my name is Casey, and in this particular video, I'm going to be talking about transitioning from homemaking, being a wife and a homemaker, to transitioning to now being divorced and a working full-time mom. Now, I want to disclose that I was married. I am now divorced, going on 2 years. It was something that had to happen. It was an unequally yoked marriage, and it was based on biblical principles on my end, and it needed to happen. So many of you that were on here before, I was a homemaker and I took my role completely serious. It was something that I did not take lightly. Being a wife and raising 2 children, I believed my role that God had given me was extremely important, and I wanted to make sure my kids grew up to know who God is, and to be that example, and to be able to take care of the home. I enjoyed my time being a homemaker and that part of my journey. But now that I am divorced and now being a single mom, raising my 2 kids, and still putting in those principles of them knowing who God is, getting them active in our church that we go to every Sunday. A lot of things are shifting now, where I'm going to start getting involved in the youth group at my church. It's just something that's always been on my heart to do. So now I'm going to start kind of going in that direction. Transition from homemaking, being with my kids 24/7, to having to transition into them going to daycare and me having to work. That was the hardest thing that I had to overcome, was just knowing that I could not be with them 24/7 anymore. Not that I didn't want to, this was my life now, and I'm now divorced, and I have my 2 kids, and I need to make money, and I need to be able to support them. It was not easy at all. It's still not easy with my kids being at school, knowing that I have to go out in the world and work. It's not easy, and it's not an easy transition, but I am grateful for the journey that God led me on, from being a homemaker, learning those principles, learning how to take care of a home. So when I am taking care of my home with my kids, I'll know how to do that still, and to be able to still bring those principles into it. No matter if I'm working or staying home, I'm still putting in those values into my children and those morals, because those are important, and God is the most important thing. And that's the one thing that I want to instill within them, is a love of God, who He is, and to live a life that is glorifying to Him. My daughter has all kinds of questions about Jesus, and it really touches my heart, because I know that she is paying attention. I know that she is watching and she's listening, and for her to have so many questions and want to know all about Jesus, it really melts my heart that she is receptive to Jesus and wanting to know about Him. So I know that what I'm doing is making an impact for her. And my son both. They both love church and going to church. That's something that I've always wanted in our family, was to be able to go to church together, serve God together, and serve the community and show others who God is by who we are. And that was always something that I had wanted to do. And now it's just me and my children, I'm able to give them that life that glorifies God, that is set on the firm foundation of Christ. That is the most important thing. It's been not easy. It has not been easy at all. It's been the hardest thing I've had to do, being a single mom of 2. One of my children is on the autism spectrum, so that creates another challenge that I have to adapt with. And I've learned so much from when I was working in the ABA field, to be able to help him and to be able to guide him in the direction that he needs to go, with the help of speech and everything else. It is quite a challenge, but I love my children so much, and I wouldn't change anything about them at all. They were made both in the image of God, regardless of disabilities or learning issues. They are made in the image of God, and I would never change a thing about my son, because through him I learned about myself. I didn't realize growing up, and things that I see in him that reflected who I was as a child, and it just showed me a lot and helped me along in my journey. I just want to commend both the single moms and the homemakers. I think both jobs are extremely important, and both are such huge jobs. Okay, they're really working hard upstairs, but they are such huge jobs for the family. And the women that are homemaking, that is such a beautiful job. Make your home that firm foundation on Christ and be able to lead your children up the way that they should go and that you want them to go, and instill the morals within them where they don't have to go out in the world and learn all of these things that you have to unlearn later on. Eventually the kids grow up and they're going to go into the world, and that's just how things are. But to create those morals at home, and this is for single moms as well, creating those morals and values at home so that when they go out in the world and they see all of these things happening, all these things going on, and they come back with questions, you're able to redirect a lot of that back to God, and them understanding, this world is corrupt, this world has a lot of things that are not of God, and when we recognize these things, we're able to redirect and focus more on Christ when we are seeing not so Christ-like things in this world. So it's still morals that you can put within your children, both as single mom and homemakers. So both, I applaud both. Both jobs are not easy at all. To go back on to what I'm doing now, I just finished school, so I was working full-time in the ABA field to now I am career shifting, and I'm now working in a pharmacy technician, where I'm trying to work my way up from retail into more hospital settings. So it was not easy going to work and going to school and taking care of my kids and making sure they're good. It was not easy, but God gave me the strength to persevere and to continue on. None of this I'd be able to do without God, so I'm truly grateful for this road and this journey. I've been through so many tests and trials and just so much that it has strengthened me beyond the strength that I could ever think to receive on my own. God has truly strengthened, and I feel like through all of the trials and so many tests that I've been put through, I literally feel like I've been a soldier at war. It honestly feels like that, because it's been attack after attack and trial after trial and test after test, and just God testing my faith and testing my footing, it feels like. So it's just been a lot, but to be at the other side of all of this, it's a blessing. I am so blessed with my children, with our home, with all the things that God has provided for us. Even with all the trials and tests and trying to figure out so many things, God has never left my side. He'll never leave your side. So I want you all to know, as homemakers and single moms, God is with you. Trust me and believe that God is with you. When you are crying in your closet, when you are unsure of what to do, when you don't know what to do, when you're scared of the next step, God is with you. And there is nothing that you can't do that God has already laid ahead of you. God has already put it within you to do. So you just need to put your footsteps out there and do it, and just trust God in the process. Allow God to move within you, and He will lead you where you need to be. He will guide you in the direction that He needs you to go. And there is nothing that you can't do if you have God with you. So I just want you to be encouraged as a single mom. Stay strong, stay resilient, be vigilant, love on your children as much as you can, give them as much time as you can, and enjoy the moments that you do have with them. It's hard, and when we're going in the world all day, having to come home and do all the mommy things. It's not easy and it can be frustrating at times, but just know that at the end of all of this, you'll see the fruits of what you have planted. You will see the things that God had been preparing for you. So all of this stuff that you are going through currently is temporary and it's not forever. So just continue on God's path. He will lead you and He will guide you in the right direction. For the homemaker, be encouraged in your home. You're going to have the world talk against you. You're going to have so many people saying all kinds of stuff about you, that you're staying home and not doing anything and you don't have any kind of knowledge on anything. Don't listen to that. That's just the enemy trying to get into your head, making you seem like your job is not important and to make you feel less than, which is not the case. You are so important in your home, and for you to take that role and do it full time is not easy. And I applaud both, and I think that both roles are extremely important and needed. I hope that this video gives some type of encouragement. I really want this to reach those that needs to hear it. If you are having to transition into being a working mom and your life is changing and you don't know exactly the steps to take or what to do, first pray, trust God, take that first step, and just allow God to do what He's going to do in your life, and you'll see what He had planned for you. I just want to say thank you all for stopping by my channel and watching this video.